Hello students, good morning. Today we will start our next topic. Yesterday we have done numericals related to vector. Now some topic left of the vector. Today we will do complete this vector. Now properties of cross product. During the cross product, which are the property are follow? Now first property, that cross product is anti-commutative in nature. It will follow the anti-commutative, that means A cross B if we are taking, then this one will be equal to minus B cross A. That is the anti-commutative rule followed by the cross product. Second rule, that cross product will follow the distributive law. Cross product is distributive, that is, if we are taking their product of three vectors like this, then we can write it A cross B plus A cross C like this. Third rule, that is the associative property, that is the cross product also follow the associative property. Cross product is associative, that is A cross B, A vector plus B vector cross product of C vector plus D vector, this one D vector. If we are taking this one, then we can write it A cross C vector plus A vector cross D vector plus B cross C vector plus B vector cross D vector. This is the associative rule followed by the cross product. Next term is the condition for zero resultant. Vector. When we say that resultant of the given vector is 0, first is the for two vector. If we are taking two vector, then when we can say that the resultant is 0. If their direction of both vector is opposite, then we can say that their resultant is 0. We will write it opposite direction but equal vector will give resultant 0. This one is the first condition when we are taking two vector. If both vector are, one vector is this one, second vector is this one, but both having same resultant here also same resultant, A here also same resultant, there B vector we are taking, if there is a resultant of both vector is same, then we can say it 0 vector. If this one is a A vector and there is a B vector, then resultant of both will be A resultant, this one A magnet, both are equal but acting in opposite direction, then it will be 0 resultant. Now second condition for the 0, if we are taking three vector, when we say that there is a 0 resultant for three vectors if three vectors can be represented by three sides of a triangle taken in order. Then resultant will be 0. How we will take? We will see that one vector we are taking this one, A vector. Second vector we are taking this one, this also in same order, B vector. C, third vector also we are taking in the same order, that is the C vector. Here we can write their O, P, Q. These all three vector acting in same order, then we can say here resultant of all three vector is equal to 0. That is, we can write their OP vector plus PQ vector equal to OQ vector. Now from here put value of these A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. Now we can take their A vector plus B vector plus vector is equal to 0. Clear? Now third condition, 4 vector. If we are taking 4 vector, then how the resultant? If number of vectors are represented by sides of closed rectangle. If we are taking more than 4, then we will take here polygon taken in order. This one is the important condition, we will take in order. Then resultant is 0. How this one we will see it? There one side, one vector, A vector, another vector we are taking this one, B vector, and third vector we are taking also in same order, C vector, and D also there is same order, D vector. Like this one we are taking all 4 vector like this one. Then resultant of all vector will be equal to 0. Then we can write it like this: OP vector plus PQ vector plus QR vector equal to OR vector. Now here we can write there, this one is a vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to minus D vector. Now from here we will take this D in that side. Now there we can write there A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector equal to 0. That means resultant of all 4 vectors is equal to 0. If we are taking vector more than 4, then there will be polygon will form. That polygon will be their order direction of the vector will be remain in same order. That's why the resultant in all vector will be equal to 0. Clear? Their condition should be there that direction should be in order of all vector. Clear now? Next our topic, Lami's theorem. Lami's theorem. What is Lami's theorem? Lami's theorem: if 3 forces acting on a particle at same time, then resultant force on it is equal to 0. Otherwise we can say that will be in equilibrium. Then each force is directly proportional to the sine angle between 2. like this one. According to this theorem, if three forces acting on a particle at the same time such that their resultant force is zero, that is, we can say that particle is in equilibrium. Then each force is directly proportional to sine angle between other two. Clear? Like this one, we will see in picture. One force is acting. There is a point. One force acting in this one direction F1. Another is acting in this one direction F2. And third one is acting in this direction, that is F3. Now there is O point. Here angle between them we are taking alpha. Their angle between them is beta, and their angle between them is gamma. Like this we are taking. Then on this total force acting on this point is zero. Otherwise we can say that is in equilibrium, because all our forces acting in all three directions at a same time. All three forces acting. Then this force will be directly proportional to the sine angle between another two. F1, their F1 is acting. Then angle between F2 and F3, that is directly proportional to the sine term, sine alpha, equal to F2 force, then proportional to the sine angle between other two means F1 and F3. Then we can write there sine beta. Third term is F3 is directly proportional to the sine angle of other two forces F1 and F2, and their angle between them is gamma. Then we can write their sine gamma. This one is a Lamè's theorem. Clear now? Now your vector topic is completed. Next we will start our projectile. What is projectile? Projectile is a term in which a body is thrown in some horizontal velocity under effect of the gravity along in two directions. Like for example, during the cricket we are throwing the ball here and there, then it will act effect of gravity in two dimension, x and y dimension, forward and upward both in direction, and their velocity is changing. This type of the motion is known as the projectile motion. And this projectile motion we will divide into two parts, horizontal projection and angular projection. This new topic we will start tomorrow. Up to this topic you have complete your fair notebook and learn it.